Hi, it's Kathy from Raven Vintage. Today we're going to do a project called Back to Back. I'm using 2 envelopes. My envelopes, I believe, are 5 by 7, but we'll double check that. And, oh, this little guy, don't know what this is. It's a little mini level. And I use that to set my phone up here, my cell phone, that I record with on the extender arm that comes over top of my desk. And I level it this way and I level it this way. So hopefully I always get the level right when I'm recording that, and I just keep that in my drawer. Very handy little tool. It's not heavy. It's very light just to sit on the top of your phone. Back to Back. We're using the Easter kit. It's bringing me joy. It's nice and bright and calming at the same time. So it's making me think of spring while we're waiting for this nice weather. So as you know, I like to keep project, in this case, I just have just the Easter kit in one file, and I've separated, there's the 2 envelopes we tried with the I tried with the spackling, we haven't done that yet. And then I have some of my scraps of the papers, and then this is all ephemera. There's loads of it, so the taller stuff and the smaller stuff. So right now I'm looking for some papers that I want to use that we're going to add to our book. I had that one, that was on my mind last night. And then I want something for writing, something light. This piece is in the kit. So I want to create today some journaling space. This is going to be a way to add journaling space into a journal. Sometimes we highly decorate our journals and we forget to leave some writing space. Some people want a good amount of writing space. Some just like small, are fine with the journaling cards, but sometimes they have would like a bigger area to write on. So that's what we're going to create today, is some nice journaling space. So we're going to take our 2 envelopes. Just going to use this for a glue mat, and we're going to put them back to back like this. And we're right away, just so we can get our project started, we're going to glue those 2 flaps together. So line them up really well. Fold one back and let's glue those 2 flaps together. So you're back to back. And when I say back to back, I guess it's the forward facing part of the envelope. So front to front might be a better way to say this. Little off. Envelopes I'm finding to be very unpredictably wonky. I'm going to try that one more time. Try it this way. That's better. That worked better. See, they're still not quite the same. That's okay. We're going to cover them up. But basically, let's get rid of this glue here. I want this little booklet idea. So this is going to be your wide journaling space. Now let's just cover this entire thing with glue and get this part done first. The one that it's going to go in beside, from yesterday, we did this beautiful torn look. Let's do that again. Let's, instead of smooth edges, let's do ruffled edges. So let's just, let's glue this down. Yes, that will be pretty. Okay, and just glue this. Actually, let's do it this way so you can see what we're doing. Just leave room enough on all the edges to be able to use your ruler. Oh, the dogs are snoring already. They've only been up for an hour. They slept in. Oh my goodness. Maybe I should shut the door. Yeah, I'm just gonna shut the door. Ruby's snoring so loud. One sec. And now you watch, because I shut the door, the little Luna, my little granimal, she's gonna be curious. Why'd you shut the door? Should be coming and pushing that door open soon enough. Okay, so which way? If I tear this way, the white should be behind, I think. In theory. Let's just do this first side and see. Do you know what I mean when you tear paper and you get the white edge? Yep. So to have the white edge facing the back, let's tear from this side. I'm going to do these little ones first. So I always say it's nice to keep your hands together when you're tearing. So you've got, so see I tore to where my thumb is, and then I'm going to move my hand down on the ruler and keep the pressure down here. So basically remember to keep your hands together wherever you're, when you have a long spot like that to tear. So I'm tearing where my hand is, and then I'm stopping and moving my hand down the ruler and tearing again. That's a good rule of thumb to make sure your ruler doesn't slide out on you. Okay, and then I wanted to turn this way. I'm going to actually press that down and tear the envelope. So there I didn't need to move my hand because my hand expands across the whole place I'm tearing. So I'll ink this very quickly. Okay, so in our book, we'll glue down one side. Hopefully I don't mess up today. That glues down. And then this will be like a book that we open up. So there'll be a place to store underneath. There'll be a pocket in the front. And then you can open up to all this writing space. And we can still open it up. And there'll be a hidden pocket in the back. So we want something to go inside here to decorate. I think the front of the cover I want in this beautiful paper here. And then I'll use this as the inside on the opposite envelope. So for right now, I like this here too, the serial number of the wallpaper. Every day you see me just, you know, covering up envelopes with pretty paper. But hopefully you're seeing a nice variety of projects. And also that's why I keep switching up the printables that we're using, because I want to give you a nice variety of pretty paper to look at too. So it's not so the projects feel different enough, because I know they're somewhat similar, some of them. Should do it. Yes, very pretty. That's really pretty. So that's what you'll see. Now we can do, I want to do opposite, the same as the project we did yesterday. I do want to show the divot in there. So try that again. Perhaps we should measure the other one first and then, I don't care. I'm not worried about it. There we go. And I'll just fix that little piece there that I ripped. I have a choice. I'm going to just come in a little bit, and I'm going to create a new clean angle. Actually, maybe now I can rip. Yeah. I'm just going to line this up the same kind of angle. I cut a little bit this way. I think that's good there. I'm going to do the same. I'm cutting down a little bit. It's kind of keeping the same angle of the ruler that's with the envelope now. So when I say there's always a way to fix things in junk journaling, there's always a way. Okay, so I can keep going down to a V. Let me just mark the center point here. Centers here. So I know how far to keep tearing on both sides. And then we'll do this one. There we go. I think that's really pretty. I just really like that ruffly edge. Okay, so something to go inside. Let's use some of our scraps from yesterday. Is anything here wide enough? I have this and I have this. Let's use this. I'm just putting glue in behind wherever I can reach. Okay, so again, oopsie, oh, maybe I did that upside down. I did do that upside down, Sugar Shack. That's okay, I don't care. All right, so this will get glued down into the journal. This is why when I do projects, I use from like T for top. It's not a bad idea. See, I did this in upside down. Does anyone care? No, because we're going to be having some ephemera tucked in there, but a little bit more inking, please. Don't mind if I do. Okay, now something we can do, because we left this straight edge, because I didn't want to tear that off, is we can just rough up the edge a little. So you can use a craft knife or you can use your scissors. And by craft knife, I mean like something like this. Or you could use one of those cutters. But I'm just going to make the odd little Nicky Poo in here. I'll just kind of rough it up myself. A little bit more of a rough edge, just to go with the rest of the ruffle bits here and there. Ink that up. There we go. That looks better. I like that. You see that? Okay, now you glue down. So now this is done, that's done. So this is the inside. So we want something in here, and I said I wanted just to do this. Okay, lovely. So you're going to glue down. Let's fix our crease a little. Okay, so this gets glued down. Glue, so I remember. And then we just need to decorate this for the inside. So what do we have left? Okay, and just to give this a bit of an aged look too, I'm just going to do this. And then I'm going to take my ink and just kind of go over some of these raised areas. Then we'll glue it down. Okay. I think I'm going to really like this. I think this will be something I use a lot because it's always a bit of a challenge. Well, for me, I find it sometimes a challenge to find, add journaling space sometimes in your journal that you've already put sewn together, your signatures, and it's too late to add something in the signature. But you can always add something like this to give yourself some journaling space. There, like this. Now when we flatten it to the glue, it still has those lovely creases and that aged look. Isn't that fabulous? So I've got a little bit of white showing, so let's first try to ink it, and if it's too much, then we will cut it. I think that's going to be okay. Any part of this white envelope showing, we're just going to give it a little bit of ink. There we go. And you just need a little bit of glue right there and here. So I am just going to do a little bit of a trim. Right. Fixed. And then that is part of the ruffle on this side, so. There. And then let's just ink this crease. We'll fold this back. There, I like that. So that glues. This is the part we're gluing down. Here's our writing space. So this is another one of those projects that was living in my brain and I have never tried before. So I'm usually pretty pleased with the way things turn out. I love to see a concept, and these come to a like a prototype like this, and then I know it's going to be live in my book of ideas. And then when you go to actually make one of these for your journal, we'll have learned from some of these little bobos here, and it'll be perfect, I'm sure, when we get it to a journal one day. Okay, so let's get our book. It's one of the reasons I love using this tool caddy, because everything gets put away, right beside me. It's literally right here. Everything's right here. I don't lose my tools. Okay, so let's get our book out. Leave our file for a second. I'll come back to you in a second for some ephemera. Way back here. What day are we on? 43? Oops, yeah, it's 42. So 43. I'll glue that. Oh, I got glue it over here. Glue this down like that. Yep. Very nice. I like it. When I glue the pages down, they really get a little woppy-sided here. Woppy-sided? Is that a new word? Junk journal word of the day, woppy-sided. There we go. And see, those already want to get folded over, and look how far back they are. Weird. Oh, that's probably from when I was bending it back to ink the other side. That's all. So, all good. Gosh, that's pretty. I love this. I love this. Okay, so we've got a pocket inside, tons of journaling space. So obviously it's going to be a little hard to journal in this book, but you would have to put something underneath there to journal. And then this pocket. Oh, I love that. I love that. Okay. So I think tomorrow we're going to do some pouches. So it will definitely be a little more decorating and less technical. Let's do that. Books elegantly round in Morocco. Rafia. Gentlemen's libraries repaired in town or country. Isn't that appropriate for a junk journal? And then here's an Easter sermon or something. Or play. Which is it? Oh, it could be a concert. Easter concert. There we go. That's pretty. Just like that. Then you've got all your journaling space and a tuck inside. That is lovely. Lovely. Okay, well, thanks for hanging out with me. Mary, I'm not sure if you're here today or not, Mary, but she mentioned, she said, thank you for showing us. Basically what she was saying is basically thank you for showing us some basics that we can build on or add to. And that's exactly right, Mary. That's my intention, is to give you some ideas and then you can make it your own. Add your own ephemera, decorate how you wish. But I'm happy to share these basic concepts with you in this 100 days of envelopes. We will keep going. So we need to write this down, day 43. So look at all this journaling space we have. So day 43, and this is, I said back to back. You know, it's actually front to front, isn't it? Let's call it front to front, because it's the front of the envelopes that are facing. So I'm changing my mind. It's front to front. Front to front. For added journaling space. Love it. So I guess we will have to do one that's back to back. Technically, back to back. Yeah, so now you are now called front to front. Well, thanks again for hanging out with me today and working on another envelope project. I will see you in the next video. Bye.